China's military machine is stumbling. Revenues are plunging. Corruption purges are biting. And key weapons programs are slowing just as global arms sales hit record highs. As rivals surge ahead, Beijing's modernization drive faces its most serious setback in years. Revenues at China's major state-owned military firms fell sharply last year as sweeping corruption purges disrupted contracts, slowed procurement, and injected fresh uncertainty into Beijing's long-running modernization drive. The findings come from a report released on December 1st by the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, which shows China's decline standing in stark contrast to booming global arms revenues fueled by wars in Ukraine and Gaza and intensifying geopolitical tensions.
A host of corruption allegations in Chinese arms procurement led to major arms contracts being postponed or canceled in 2024. This deepens uncertainty around the status of China's military modernization efforts and when new capabilities will materialize.
The anti-corruption campaign, initiated by President Xi Jinping in 2012, has increasingly touched the military's upper ranks. In 2023, the powerful rocket force came under scrutiny, and by October 8th, top generals had been expelled from the Communist Party over graft allegations, including He Weidong, China's second highest-ranking military officer and a former member of Xi's Central Military Commission. Diplomats across Asia and the West say they are still assessing how deeply the crackdown cuts into China's defense establishment and how much it may slow the rollout of new systems. According to SIPRI, revenues of China's top military firms fell by 10% last year, while Japanese firms surged 40%, German firms 36%, and US companies saw a 3.8% rise. In total, revenues of the world's 100 largest arms firms climbed 5.9% to a record $679 billion. China's downturn was significant enough to make the Asia-Oceania region the only one to register an overall decline. This comes despite Beijing pouring steadily rising budgets into its military for 3 decades. As tensions persist over Taiwan and the South China Sea, and strategic competition with the United States intensifies. The investments have yielded major advances, including the world's largest naval and coast guard fleets, a potentially advanced new aircraft carrier, hypersonic missiles, nuclear modernization, and new air and sea drones. Yet revenue fell at Aviation Industry Corporation of China, land systems giant Norinco and missile manufacturer CASC. Norinco saw the steepest drop, down 31% to $14 billion. Corruption-linked leadership changes at Norinco and CASC triggered government reviews and project delays, while deliveries of Avica's aircraft slowed. China's defense ministry and the affected firms did not respond to Reuters' requests for comment. Meanwhile, 2 of China's shipbuilding and engine manufacturers, China State Shipbuilding Corporation and Aero Engine Corporation of China, recorded modest growth, rising 8.7% and 9.6% respectively. The SIPRI report shows that while China dragged regional numbers down, Japan and South Korea posted robust gains. Japan's 5 firms in the top 100 grew their combined revenues by 40% to $13.3 billion, driven by soaring domestic and European demand. South Korea's 4 arms producers saw a 31% rise to $14.1 billion. Every other region saw growth last year. The United States retained the largest share, with revenues rising 3.8% to $334 billion, led by giants such as Lockheed Martin, RTX, and Northrop Grumman. SIPRI warns that shortages of critical minerals may pose a long-term risk to US military planning, potentially complicating Washington's efforts to sustain production of advanced systems.